Hoofnuus vanaand, duisende mense, ook in Suid-Afrika, betoog wêreldwyd teen Israel se aanvalle op Iran. Skok en ongeloof nadat 'n soldaat glo 'n mede-soldaat met 'n mes doodsteek en toe sy eie lewe neem. Goeienaand en baie welkom by die Afrikaanse nuusbulletin. Woede oor die eskalerende konflik tussen Israel en Iran het vandag ook na Suid-Afrika oorgespoel toe honderde betogers na die Amerikaanse konsulaat in Sandton opgeruk het. Hulle het onder meer geëis dat die regering druk op die VSA toepas om Israel se aanvalle op Iran en Gaza te beëindig.
Die betoging was hoofsaaklik vreedsaam, maar aktiviste se frustrasie en woede oor Israel se aanvalle op Gaza, Iran en Jemen was tasbaar.
We are here to protest, obviously, the continued support by the United States of America for this illegal Zionist entity that is committing genocide and now committing new acts of aggression against a sovereign state.
We also stand with Iran. We believe they are actually standing in solidarity for Palestine. So we want justice. We want this apartheid regime to be over.
Verskeie belangegroepe en selfs politici het die geleentheid bygewoon en hulle glo Israel probeer Iran se regering omverwerp. Hulle wys die vinger na Amerika.
If they don't like the government in existence, then it is an Iranian problem, not a Zionist Israeli problem or an American problem.
'n Israeliese vlag, as ook reuse foto's van die Amerikaanse president Donald Trump en die Israeliese eerste minister Benjamin Netanyahu is aan die brand gesteek.
We want to stop the war, the Israel aggression that is illegal outside the framework of international law, extreme provocation against the Iranian government and the people of Iran on the basis of manufactured ideas, lies regarding the weaponization of nuclear enrichment in Iran.
Thousands of people from townships has arrived here to show their solidarity with the people of Iran, with the people of Palestine, with the oppressed people of Gaza. This is what the whole world must do.
In Iran en Teheran het duisende mense ook betoog. Beeldmateriaal wys hoe betogers by 'n treinstasie teen Israel en Amerika dreun sing. En in Jemen het duisende Houthis saamgetrek op minstens 400 verskillende bestemmings. Betogers vra dat die internasionale gemeenskap daadwerklik ingryp.
Die Suid-Afrikaanse weermag het sy skok uitgespreek oor 'n voorval by die Macadamia militêre basis naby Komatipoort in Mpumalanga, waarin 2 soldate dood en 1 beseer is. Volgens die weermag het 'n 58-jarige soldaat een van sy makkers met 'n mes doodgesteek en 'n ander een gewond. Hy het daarna sy eie lewe geneem.
Allegedly, one of our members early in the morning decided to enter into a bungalow. They were full of soldiers there. He pulled a knife and threatened others. What then happened is that most of the members ran away. He then entered the bungalow, locked it up. Unfortunately, 2 of the members were still inside the bungalow. As he pulled the knife, he stabbed the other, both of them actually, and then one was slightly injured and the other unfortunately was fatally wounded. He then, his colleagues tried to effect arrest. Unfortunately, the member decided to take the knife and he fatally stabbed himself on the neck.
Die eerste slagoffers van die onlangse verwoestende vloede in die Oos-Kaap is vandag begrawe. Die Giwo-familie het die 47-jarige Gloria Zimbini Giwo en haar 16-jarige seun, Kwanele Giwo, by KwaBatha te ruste gelê.
Die verwoestende vloede van sowat 10 dae gelede het baie mense van Mthatha en Batroof haweloos gelaat. Van die mense word in gastehuise geakkommodeer, terwyl die regering op soek is na grond om mense te hervestig. Gloria Giwo en haar seun se liggame is 2 dae na die begin van die vloede gevind. Nog begrafnisse sal later gehou word na mate die owerhede die liggame van slagoffers aan hulle families oorhandig.
Community members came to us reporting that 10 people is missing from the informal settlement. We then asked them, did they have informed the South African police services? They said they have not registered the case. So this is making things very difficult and complicated, as we do not know the official number of people that are reported missing. But the captain and colonel has informed that they will be working through community leaders and councillors to ask community members, while the search and recovery teams are on the ground, for that information. That is critical information, so our teams know which areas to sweep, as you yourself, because the area is quite vast.
Die Gift of a Giver se soek- en reddingsspan het vroeër vandag nog 'n liggaam gevind. Soekspanne moes deur digte bosse werk om die vrou se liggaam, wat bo in 'n boom was, te bereik. Dit is daarna met 'n polisiehelikopter uit die beboste gebiede gelig.
Die minister van Justisie en Staatkundige Ontwikkeling, Mamaloko Kubayi, het aantuigings ontken dat die nasionale vervolgingsgesag geïnfiltreer is. Volgens die minister het die NGV hoofadvokaat Shamila Batoyi 'n verkeerde woordkeuse gebruik toe sy in 'n verklaring na infiltrasie verwys het. Die verwysing het gelei tot versoeke dat die NVG amptelik ondersoek moet word.
Na gesprek met Batoyi het Kubayi gou-gou 'n stokkie gesteek voor aantuigings oor beweerde infiltrasie in die NVG. Kubayi sê Batoyi het verduidelik dat sy na individuele aanklaers verwys het wat glo sake saboteer en nie sistemiese infiltrasie nie.
She explained to me, which I went public about, that it was a wrong choice of a word. It's not infiltration. There are incidences where you'd find a prosecutor who have conducted themselves wrongly, and it happens because we live in a society where corruption happens, where individuals, you'd have seen some of the, last week we were having a prosecutor in court, I think it's Gauteng, where we had a prosecutor in court that was facing charges. So it's those things.
Die NVG ervaar toenemende druk om openbare vertroue in sy doeltreffendheid te herstel.
It hurts the organization. It hurts those individuals, and it's difficult to recruit colleagues in government. So if we lose these prosecutors and in mass they leave because they feel that they are in an environment that is not conducive, we're going to go back to square one. To train a prosecutor is going to take long. So those are the consequences, and my caution as a minister and my fear is that this public outcry must not lead to a mass exodus of prosecutors who are feeling that as we walk into courts, people are looking at us differently.
Net hier na die sportnuus, bly by ons ingeskakel. En dis dan al van die Afrikaanse nuusspan vir vanaand. Ons is môre aand weer hier op SABC2 om 6:15. Geniet die res van jou aand en die naweek. Totsiens.